that we are having close to almost 216,000 people, 216 million people who have had malaria in 2016, and almost about 400,000 or half a million who have died due to malaria. And 90% of these malaria cases and deaths is in sub-Saharan Africa. It's not that we have got it wrong. Actually, sub-Saharan Africa, and if I may talk for our country, Kenya, we have made a tremendous progress over the last 10 to 15 years. If you remember very well, sometimes in the 90s and early 2000s, we were having outbreaks, even in areas like the highlands, where we had island malaria. We have made a lot of progress. Just over the last, from between 2010 to 2015, there was a drastic reduction in malaria in Kenya. Kenya, as it is not uniform in terms of malaria cases, in terms of malaria transmission. It is the major burden of malaria is in two regions. That is the western region around the Lake Victoria, where we call the Lake Endemic region. We also have the coastal area, which is also higher burden. But the rest of Kenya is lower. And in 2010, we had, for example, in the Lake Endemic region, we had up to 40% prevalence. That means every 10 people walking, 4 had malaria. And in 2015, when we did our Kenya Malaria Indicator Survey, the number has drastically reduced to about 27% in the Lake Endemic region. In the coast region, it's only 8%. It has reduced also. It has, came there. Areas in the highland epidemic region, that is the areas bordering the Lake Endemic region, we are having Kisii, Bomet, Kericho, all those areas. We're having an endemicity of less than about 3%.
Yes, I hope, Dr. Ahmeddin, you can hear me now. Let me engage Dr. Ogutu. You've said the numbers in Kenya are reducing, but you know there are other alarming figures, especially from Nigeria, where reports indicate that about 23% of malaria across the world is contributed by Nigeria alone. Now, Dr. Ogutu, scientists are saying they're fighting malaria on 3 fronts, you know, vaccine and treatments, there's genetic modification, sprays, and drones. Which among these is, you know, KEMRI actively engaged in?
Thank you very much. I think in terms of malaria control, for the last couple of years, we have much more been relying on treatment as a major tool for malaria control in the region and across the world, because that depended on drug and the use of insecticide-treated nets. The new tools like using drones for spraying are things that possibly are modalities that we are going to start using in the near future. And I think they are things that were quite well discussed during the last malaria meeting that just